Okay, so I'm going to do it. Hello, I'm going to be playing Call of Cthulhu. I've not played this game. I've seen some gameplay, but not all. A lot of gameplay. I'm going to turn this brightness up as well. So, okay. There's detection crossing. I think you're all there. Okay. And starting the game. So, Boston 1924, Edward Pierce, veteran of the First World War, drowned his memories in liquor, sleeping pills. He is now a private detective who has trouble finding a case able to lift him from his torpor. Pierce must find a new case quicker or risk losing his license. Fire mad, it is Melissa. Mary God's pity man who is in his callousness can remain sane to a hideous end. H.P. Lovecraft. I do like H.P. Lovecraft. Okay, so yeah, jump. I can dredge. Back on. Doing finance. Eased into track, that's good. That's right. I'm not to get this torch, and that's as much as I've gained from it. Must light up the lights. Uh, Focus. What am I doing? Oh, I can actually shake as. That's this big. I mean, actually, turn this brightness down. And there's a library. Almost like I'm telling you guys around. So let's see. If I do graphic, no brightness, turn it down a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. It's not too. You know, so even when you're lean, you can still with your lump. So you good to know. Right, so there is that, but there's one over here as well. I think I might do this because I know that. It's always the same place. That's kind of funny. Sorry, I'll be getting a lot of messages from my phone. Due to my work. Right, I'm gonna hang up. Oh yeah, hang on. I'm gonna put that down. Oh. Well, my blender came today. I didn't use it on the Obsidian blender, but I got a blender today. That arrived a couple of days earlier actually. And I've now just bought. You have been chosen. As I can run. So I just bought fruit and yogurt and milk. I've got plain yogurt. Hopefully, I didn't say anything with flavour on it. There was one that did have flavour on it. There's quite a lot actually, but one with this particular brand had flavour on it, so this one didn't. I'm hoping it's just plain yogurt, whatever plain yogurt is, but over that, and then I'm going to mix in with bananas and blend it all in. Now, if you're given an option to run, and it's a straight line, I think you're going to get chased, wouldn't you? And then you go here to hide, crouch.
Everything has already been written. But perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
I hate whiskey.
So this is where I've been up to. I've not seen how the person left the room. I've seen them investigating stuff. So
A good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy.
case solved. The bar owner who hired me didn't like the way I closed this case, but when you're already outside the law, There's not a lot one can do against a private detective who's got proof against him.
Married woman runs off with her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it.
The husband never assumed that his wife had left him. He kept on calling me weeks after the investigation had been closed.
The Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases. I used to be an avid reader. Been too long since I've slept in a bed. Been a while since I jotted down something other than my nightmares.
Okay. Pierce investigation, say? The doctor can well repeat to me that I no longer need my remedy. The doctor can well repeat to me that I no longer need my remedy to keep my memories at bay, but I know that if I stop, the memories will return. One of these mornings, I probably won't wake up. Despite the treatment, I again hear voices in my dreams, but they are different, unknown. They seem to suffer from unfathomable and ancient depths. What nameless creature is calling me? Let's see, so I have no available character points. Keep an eye on my sanity. Okay. Yeah, I've not seen this part yet. Edward Pierce is a veteran of the First World War, where he took part in the Meuse-Argonne offensive. I butchered that, most likely. He is one of the few survivors of the Lost Battalion, American units that suffered heavy losses from enemy and allied artillery fire. Forced to hold their positions for several days, surrounded by the bodies of their fallen comrades. Without food or medical supplies, the soldiers were considered as lost by their fellow countrymen. Pierce is traumatized by these events. He consumes sleeping pills and liquor to ward off the nightmares that haunt him. The only place I've got is my knowledge. Okay. I can read that at any point. That's fine.
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology.
Oh. So that saved the game, didn't it?
I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce, private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
Right, okay. So if I want so I've got 6 CPU, right? I've got a feeling every choice I make is gonna like affect what's gonna happen. So if I don't drink or do drink determines a bit my sanity, stuff like that, I believe. Right, so I've got a CPU available, 96. Right, so I'm going to need investigation, spot hidden. I'm going to need psychology, I'm definitely going to need. Right, so I need them all. I don't think I need strength. Like, I will be fighting people, obviously, but I've got, don't get guns. So like I don't need, because like, right, so strength represents your ability to call in your physical power. Improving a skill increases your chance of forcing doors on mechanisms or of using violence, physical or verbal, during interact. Let's see, okay. Moving doors, right? But I feel like you don't want that just now until it becomes an issue. Not early game. Right. Medicine represents your medical knowledge. Improving this skill increases your chance of determining the dosage of a drug, of making a diagnosis, or of expressing your understanding of a medical problem. Occultism represents your knowledge of the occult sciences. Improving this skill increases your chances of determining the use and origin of occult artifacts and of expressing your knowledge of the myth. See, that would be good to have, right? Because it's all about like Cthulhu mythos and stuff. But if you like in the mythos, it's like if you know more about the occult, the harder you fall, basically, like the more crazy you become. Is it the same for us? I don't. Psychology represents your knowledge of human behavior. Improving this skill increases your chances of understanding the motivations of a person based on his or her behavior, on the analysis of objects. See, I'll need that. Because you're going to be like talking to people and investigating, and like try to analyze their expression stuff to know if they're lying and whatnot. So I feel like I need that. Plus 4 points, it's about 1 in there. Spot hidden, right? Spot hidden represents your ability to find hidden objects. I'm going to need this definitely. Improving the skill increases your chance of finding hidden objects, and undiscovered objects will not appear in game. Yes, I'm going to need this. Eloquence represents your ability to influence those you talk to by your power of speech. Improving the skill increases your chances of convincing or manipulating during discussions. I need that, but 1. It's going to leave me 1 left. That requires 3, requires 2, 6. So, eloquence or the occultism is what I'm going for. I could do spot hidden again, but no. No occult, I'll go for it. I for real before you needed. Oh, okay. Hang on. Oh no, each costs me 1. That's fine. That's still next level, but it's not next level. Fair enough, I get it now. So I'm going to put everyone at least 2. That way. And so professional is free. I want to so let's reset everything, right? And it's at free, right? So if I go experts 4, Well, I'm also not going to do that, so... But everyone at least 2. Another one. Nope. Remove. Okay, it's only going to level 2, that's going... Yeah, so 15, 30, 35, 25, 15, 15, 40 and 40. Yeah, let's... I can do it. Yeah, we'll do that, right? Strength I don't need. Investigations already professional. So validate.
Thank you for this information,
Yes.
Mr. Pierce. Our files will soon be up to date. And on a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce, are you still...
I'm coming.
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem, and I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to me, it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool. Sarah, my little girl, she is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yes. Everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof...
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting. Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
Okay.
What am I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture. That's all you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
Right, so your notebook details your current objectives to open up press.
A warehouse on
Notebook
Darkwood.
gone. Cool.
Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
Right, so a shipping label, some of it was unreadable, but I can make out part of the address, Warehouse 56, Darkwater. The police report, it says that the fire started in a dining room and claimed the whole family. The police decide on a domestic accident, but Lee nevertheless insists on Sarah Hawkins and mental frailty. Why? A press cutting, an article written about the marriage of Sarah and Charles Hawkins, a businessman from the island of Darkwater. They live a reclusive life there with their only son, Simon.
Its strange beauty isn't enough to hide the feeling of dread it carries.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
Right, so I'm going to give me an exclamation mark for find out where it fits 6, but let's see if I can find all the corrections first. Right?
Darkwater. Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
Fail a skill test?
I
What?
suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter,
Really?
Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
Yeah, so I've just got an achievement now called X Oblivion, and turns out I got it because I failed a skill check. Most likely the occult one. Oh, for crying out loud. Just started, I've already starting to fail. Investigation professional. Okay.
Her husband was a big deal on the island. But the police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
What is that? That's all from that.
You must tell me if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Saw things? What do you mean by that?
I never knew what she meant by that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life and death.
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
I think I'm beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You'll be handsomely compensated.
All right. I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Something's queer. But it's not like I have a choice. Darkwater. I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. I'll no doubt find some information on this island in there. Darkwater is off the coast of Boston. But I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century. But it seems to have been shunned since then.
Right, yes, I've already failed. Unsurprising at that point. But I should have put in more occult stuff, really. I wonder if I can look back at a picture, because I didn't really proper. I literally just clicked investigate and that was it, gone. So like I said, I've failed that one, which means I couldn't ask certain questions because I failed it. I also had a feeling that if I put down you've picked the wrong person, I probably wouldn't have took the case. I don't know. I mean, he still would have tried to force me to go at least, because I'm planning to go, that's where the game is. Darkwater Island has been inhabited since the 14th century and is still rich with the many memories left by its lost tribes. But don't let the romanticism of these moving evidences of such naive and primitive beliefs fool you into forgetting how violent their gods were. A gigantic creature still on the walls of long abandoned caves. Was it a sea or a dream god? No one knows, but today's inhabitants, the sons and daughters of the proud whale hunters, still remember the mysterious and tumultuous story of the small land off the coast of Massachusetts.
All I have to do is go to the port. I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to Darkwater.
So from what I can see here, right, that's her. That's Sarah. And then that's someone setting fire to the house. From what I can tell. But it's not letting me like properly zoom in.
The Lost Battalion. Holding your position and obeying orders. That isn't courage.
Learn of Medicine. A dense work aimed at interns and young practitioners. The first volume lists all illnesses known in a civilized world. It details the symptoms and physical treatment. Nice. Close this, close you. Go take a drink.
I wonder why I still take these things.
The doctors prescribed him when he returned from the war. They swore that they would put an end to their nightmares, but for a while now, the effect has been worn off. I've got one CP. Do you know, I'm going to put that CP into a cult. Oh, hang on. So, it appears to the Hawkins case. The cursed artist is accused of having caused the fire that killed her and her family. As the only clue, she left her file a disturbing painting on the shipping label and address, a warehouse set on the docks of the island of Darkwater. The place seems to be the starting point for police investigation. Hello. So I've just started. I'm on chapter 1. I've already failed already, by the way. I was meant to do an occult check, I think, looking at painting, and I got it wrong. Like, I literally just looked and it says, "Hank, you failed." So I'll be quiet during cutscenes and stuff like that, as much as I can. So if you're going to keep up to date with us, you can help me. You can help me out. Right? Let's put it together. So you get skill points in the CP. If you put them in your character, builds up what your character can do. I'll explain it all once I get to the practice cutscene. Because I'm going to put one in occultism.
We're almost there.
Because it's going to really help. And if you can hear the game or not, tell me. If you can, tell me. And same way if you can see it or not. If it's too bright or too dark. Because it's confusing. Now, like I said at the beginning, the Cthulhu Mythos is amazing. Problem is, the more you know about it, within Mythos, the more you know about it, the more crazy you become. So I don't want to put too much in my occultism in case that happens, because you do need to keep an understanding in this game apparently. And the more you know about the occult, the more insane you get. And the faster you become insane.
Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload. Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
No, hang on,
Does
tell
the
you in a
Hawkins
minute.
case
Right.
mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
A nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
Right, so basically what this game is, you're a private investigator, and you were once in World War One in the Lost Battalion, where basically you got told to go to this position and stay there, and your position got bombed, and everyone thought you were dead until you came back. You're one of the survivors. You have lots of nightmares and PTSD and stuff like that. Eventually you've been seeing nightmares of a different kind, of the occult and stuff like that. You don't know this at this point. And while you're being a private investigator, a man comes to your office to help you with to ask you to take on this case. You've got very little clues to go on apart from you need to go to Darkwater, which is where we are now. And the more you know about things, like, so let's go Pierce. Right, so the case here, right, so oops. Yeah, so this man here, he came to your house, right? You're not your house, your area, your work, and asked you to help his daughter out. She's dead, but they all say she's crazy when he thinks she isn't. And you have to try and investigate that. That's what this game's about so far. But have you heard of Cthulhu? If you have, this is what the game's about him and the occult and stuff like that. So, as a private investigator, you've got to do a whole bunch of investigation stuff like that. Now, this is what I started with. This is what I felt I would need. And then this old man gave you a painting, Stephen Webster. And the moment I looked at it, it gave him an achievement. I was like, oh, okay. Read what the achievement says, and it says fail your first investigative check. So I failed, which means I need the occult. Because I failed it. Oh really? Oh come on, I've wasted it. Right, so turns out I can't put CP into the occult or medicine because it can only be improved by looking at objects that are in the area, which sucks. So spot hidden, yes. Validate. So from now on, apart from this one spot hidden, right, I'm gonna, every time I get character points, which is CP, I'm gonna see if you want to help me out and pick where to assign them. Now I'll read them out, tell you what they mean, right? So you start with eloquence, right? Currently 25%, done of level 2, I'm an amateur in it. Eloquence represents your ability to influence those you talk to by your power of speech. Improving this skill increases your chances of convincing or manipulating people during discussions. What that means is every time I go up to a person to question them, I can help, hopefully with that I can try and get more answers out of them, and the truth. Strength, which is at professional level. Strength represents your ability to call in your physical power. Improving this skill increases your chances of forcing doors or mechanisms or using violence, physical or verbal, during interaction interactive discussions. Medicine. Medicine represents your medical knowledge. Improving this skill increases your chances of determining the dosage of a drug, of making a diagnosis, or of expressing your understanding of a medical problem. Occultism represents your knowledge of the occult sciences. Improving this skill increases your chances of determining the use and origin of occult artifacts, and of expressing your knowledge of the myth. Now this is a game based on the occult, so you'd rather want that high, but at the same point, it lowers your sanity, or at least in the mythos it does. Psychology represents your knowledge of human behaviour. Improving this skill increases your chances of understanding the motivations of a person based on his or her behaviour or analysis of objects. Spot hidden represents your ability to find hidden objects. Improving the skill increases your chances of finding hidden objects, and undiscovered object will not appear in game. Last one, investigation. You're going to be doing a lot of investigation. Investigation represents your investigative talent. Improving this skill increases your chances of understanding past events by analysing a crime scene or an object, and of picking locks. I didn't read that part. Ah, great. I'm going to need that. So you do have sanity. The more sanity you get, the harder the game becomes. And that's what the game's about so far.
Fish? You've got no idea. Don't badmouth what you don't.
The blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Only a specialist would know what killed it.
You can't understand. You're not sailors.
Okay, so yeah,
It's a
if I didn't
sign.
have any
There's
skills in
something
medicine,
coming.
I would have known what that was
Something
about.
real bad.
So I reckon
Don't put
if I
that beast
don't
back
know,
in the
like
water, you
from what I can
shysters,
gather,
you're
if I
crazy.
don't know a skill or it's not
Cops,
high enough,
They can't understand.
then I fail it, and if I
Damn
fail it, I
stupid
can't
idiots.
utilise it.
The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
Like, if I had high psychology and stuff like that, and eloquence, I'd probably be able to ask him a lot more questions, and we would get to the bottom of things a lot easier.
Don't treat me like another one of these locals. You're completely overwhelmed, and you could do with reinforcements.
What are you thinking? That you can call the National Guard to an island like Darkwater? For a stranded fish? Gosh darn, Mr. Not like another one of these locals. Go give your valuable advice somewhere else, huh? Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't understand.
Don't put that beast back in
So
the
if I
see that
had
I'm
eloquence,
busy,
I probably would
can't
have done a lot.
You
That's
can't
no way to
understand. You're
treat
not
an old man.
sailors.
Oh, fucked up.
It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad.
Yeah, okay.
Don't put that beast back in the water.
Can't
you
talk to him now,
shysters,
can I?
you're crazy.
I talk to you?
Cops, they can't understand.
Damn stupid idiots.
Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
That's no way to treat an old man.
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine.
So let's try and do a bar, and then Harbour Master.
Pops limping. You think we don't know what you're doing? Hidden in the fog?
There's nothing for you
I'll
here
shut
either.
up your big mouth
Beat
once and
it.
for all.
Optimistic.
Right. So I'll go to bar first because this is first suggested. But I am an alcoholic. Why did you spit? Did any car actually spat on the floor when I...
Hey, be careful. Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
See, so hold it as eloquence, hold it as strength, which is professional. Dunno.
You saw it just like me. That bum deserved a lesson.
Yeah, but he's a regular, and you're not.
I can see that you and I are off to a bad start. I'm here for information, not for a fight.
I prefer it that way. Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
Right, so,
Do you know where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams.
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
find out about Darkwater. Find out about
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Tortured?
Yeah, well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable.
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
I've got
Fair
what I
enough
need.
about handling.
Anything else?
Yeah, what are
The
you trying to
stranded
do?
whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of Darkwater, when our whalers left for long months and came back sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
That'll be all for now.
I won't drink. He is an alcoholic. Yeah, we'll consult the diary. So yeah, this is a picture that I failed my check on. And literally the moment I looked at it, I was like, oh, you failed. No CPs here. Talk to Fitzroy. Cool.
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader. Ah, that's it. Maybe we should let him take it. No. No, the risks are too high. It's a book, after all. Pure knowledge.
Okay.
And then he said, you have no right to treat us like this.
She's
you
even
looking
interested
at,
in me.
stranger?
You can sell and put them away.
I've rarely seen a woman who can hold her liquor so confidently.
What gives you the right to judge me?
Ah, it was a compliment.
So what? Let me drink, stranger. I told you to beat it.
Bitch. So it means that if you mess up, you can't talk to him again. And that's a bad thing. Especially when you try to do an investigation. So, Fitzroy's in here.
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. But that's all I'll get from them.
On the deck, what the fuck is it on? Let's investigate, okay? Because there's maybe hidden objects I can find.
Fishing equipment. Could do with some rust remover. This blackboard hasn't been used in a long while. The Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor.
Second volume of that. I've got a first volume. Does that mean... No. Yeah, it does, because I was at 15% for that. Number 19, that's good.
This man and Fitzroy could be twins.
Ooh. Could be.
What a macabre souvenir.
Oh, look. There's a Scotland flag. No. No, that's a clue there, right? If you know about the Cthulhu mythos, then you know there's a people called deep divers, where they're said to be somewhat immortal, and
I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman, Cat.
They do live for a long while, and they do serve Cthulhu. The terms of agreement are clear, and they keep your men under control. You can't afford to because you need no need to answer this message, just make your payment to the carrier.
Broken. This place seems half abandoned.
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights at the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
Okay, so
Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
I don't know. It's not my signature next to that of Charles Hawkins.
I'm at sea for more than half the year. Anyone could have done it during my absence. What seems really important to me is that the dates on these manifests indicate that Charles probably had other contracts.
But not with you, though. I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely. Ship owners from father to son.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse. I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
So we gained 1 CP, so we can help the flat eventually. I can now go for here.
You saw what happened with those sailors. Don't hang around here unless you want trouble with the bootleggers.
I've seen the kind of messages their boss sends. You're not scared of her.
Of course I am. Everyone's scared of that woman. She's not interested in small fry like me. You, on the other hand, nose around too much, you'll have dealings with her.
I shall take my leave.
Okay. Okay, so how do you name this bot allows you to find that in
A handle. It must come from these old winches.
There's a section here for us, but I can go up the ladder.
An old cogwheel. Rusty, but in working order. A whale vertebra. This place is full of junk. This ratchet device seems to be usable.
I guess I'm going to need to pull something so I can lift this up.
It looks like there's a way in under this grate.
Where should we go up here?
I could use this old winch to lift the grating.
Well, these are them. Not the handle.
Looks like everything is in its place. All that's left is to try to turn this handle. Damn, I broke it.
I can't vote for you. I'm dragging that up. That sucks.
Well, well. A little mouse has got lost on our turf. You're not only inquisitive, you're also stupid. What gave you the crazy idea to come onto my turf?
Well, she's cat.
Your turf. That's news to me.
For a guy who has no idea, you've been doing a fair bit of poking around. My men saw you staking out the Hawkins warehouse.
Is that against the law?
I'm no idiot, Detective. I'll tell you how things work around here. I decide who comes in and who stays out. And anyone who doesn't respect my rules, I punish them.
As you wish.
Hello.
If you've broken my nose,
I was careful. This time.
Do you want us to take care of him, Cat?
no, not yet. You don't lack nerve, and you've got a fairly good right. I'm always on the lookout for well-built guys to work for me.
I'll make a note of it.
Please do. I'm Cat. I run the neighborhood. Everyone marches to my tune here. Rather than foolishly risking your skin, come and see me in the bar one of these days. We can talk about what I can do for you, and what you can do for me.
I'm afraid so. Suppose I already went into the warehouse. I think this is it. No, because I haven't. I haven't completed being a detective, so. So, yeah.
Where do you think you're going?
I'm not here to hinder your work, officer. Edward Pierce, private detective.
Sorry, we're all a little on edge today. What are you doing here?
I'm investigating the death of the Hawkins family.
Darn it. Why do you want to drag up all that stuff again?
My investigation has led me to this warehouse.
That case was closed months ago.
What more can you say
What do
about
you
the
know?
death of the Hawkins family?
Not much more than what everyone knows. I wasn't on the case. They were all burned to death, right? Up at their place.
The whole mansion went up in flames.
Don't get it into your head to go wandering around up there. It's dangerous.
What do you mean by that?
The only one left there is old Silas, and the accident has affected him badly. He can be unpredictable, especially if a stranger starts poking around the property.
Is he a danger to the public?
No, he's in his own home. Do yourself a favor. Leave him well alone. You again. I told you to beat it.
No need to get worked up.
Hmm. It's going to be on somehow.
This guy? No idea. You better keep it shut.
Wait,
What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
This is best detective.
So who are you?
Are you stupid or are you doing it on purpose?
Everybody knows us on Darkwater.
I've just arrived.
Let's just say we're standing guard for the owner of the site, and we let no one enter her property.
What are you guarding exactly?
Listen, bonehead, we already told you that we're guarding our boss's turf.
I've got to enter the Hawkins warehouse. I guess it's going to be complicated.
No, it's very simple, in fact. Fuck off.
I don't give a damn about your racket. I just want to get into this warehouse.
And we don't give a damn about you. Whatever your reason for wanting inside, there's nothing we can do for you.
I bid you gentlemen farewell.
Okay.
How could you be dumb enough to leave the entrance to the warehouses unguarded?
Keep your voice down. Why not go and shout at the cat while you're at it? I don't want to end up with her little knife under my throat.
It's a stiletto, you idiot. And with that smell on your breath, I don't give you much chance anyway.
Che sappalle e sono unguarded. Sono bello. I'm just gonna run around the rest together until eventually I find something. Can I talk to you? Nope. Can I talk to you? Can I talk to you? Nope. At least I don't need to do anything.
Damnation. Broke it.
Come on.
It's no use. The padlock won't give.
Still never. Hang on. Investigation. Yep, move on. So try again.
It's no use. The padlock won't give.
I messed up yet again. St. Brenda. St. Brendan. Navigator.
St. Brendan, patron saint of sailors and travelers. Desecrated. Looks like Phoenician. Or a very primitive runic script. I've never seen anything like it.
And I failed that investigation as well. Considering the fact that it doesn't know anything about it, that means it failed because he's meant to know about it if he's go high investigation. And Nicholas since he does know means he's failed it. Well, nothing to do. There's less of the bird, but it couldn't get here.
You live here?
Why did you do that, huh?
We saw what you did to St. Brendan.
Yeah, we'll teach you to come onto our island and ridicule our protectors.
I've never heard of this saint. Is it a local belief?
But everyone knows St. Brendan, the Navigator.
He's the patron saint of whales and whalers.
What happened to the statue?
Go see for yourself. He's at the end of the jetty.
There's you, our beloved statue, and then those two bozos behind us. Wait, now that I think about it, it got to be them. There's one of them who's always going back and forth to the statue.
Quieter. That's all we need for them to hear us.
What brings you to dark water?
The two guys behind you. What are they guarding?
The bootleggers. Scum.
They're protecting their territory. From whom, I wonder?
They really don't have a choice anyway. They're more scared of cat than an attack by drunken sailors.
If only they would kill each other.
This cat you mentioned. Is she their boss?
Oh, hold on just a minute. We didn't tell you a thing.
Nothing at all.
I have an offer that could interest you.
We're listening.
I need you to keep them busy for a while.
You send us to take the punishment while you go quietly about your business. What's in it for us?
What would convince you to help me?
There's only one thing that'll get us to move.
For sure. Bring us something to drink and we'll take care of the bootleggers.
Okay.
I'll be back.
Take your time. We're going.
Okay. Right, so I'll get them to drink, and then I'll move them out of the way, and I can get in. So let's see, can I buy a drink from here? I need to go to the conference.
You again.
Let's say I want to buy a bottle from you.
Say I don't want to sell you one.
Oh, come on. Because of a little tussle.
Drinking it here is a privilege, and I grant the privilege to whoever I want. Anything else?
What do you know about the Hawkins warehouse?
If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, Taylor's green.
Scream.
That's not but all. Anything.
You order it as well.
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway. Anything else?
Let's go look out.
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
Oh, yeah? That must have been before you came looking for a fight in my bar.
Oh, come on. Because of a little
Come
tussle.
on, really?
Drinking it here is a privilege, and I grant the privilege to whoever I want. Anything else?
I screwed up already. Big time. No.
That'll be all for now.
Wait, cat can have
Hey,
a drink.
Mitchell. A drink for our new friend. I think it's time to talk business.
No hard feelings.
Yay.
For a lucky little blow? You think I gotta be boss of these lads without taking any hits? It will serve as a lesson. I was too soft with you. Next time, I'll hit first. Tell me, what brings you to Darkwater?
I'm investigating the deaths of the Hawkins family.
It's very nice of you to tell me the truth so openly. But it's also really stupid of you. You really don't seem to know the area. Let me give you a little advice. If you want to survive more than a day in this rat hole, avoid talking about them to the first people you meet.
Is that more dangerous than having a drink with you?
I'm not kidding. The old families, they were here long before us, and they'll be here long after we're gone.
The old families.
The descendants of the first whalers. These people truly worship their ancestors.
I've got a few questions about the island.
I'm not here to give you information. Mitchell will tell you what he wants to tell you.
I need to get into the Hawkins warehouse.
You're out of luck. It's on my turf.
It's precisely for that reason that I've come to see you.
Are you pulling my leg?
Would I have taken that one?
Think it over. I've seen what you're capable of. You almost got me.
I accept the compliment. Well, I see you're serious. To be honest, as long as it doesn't interfere with my business, I don't care. But I'll go with you, to make sure you don't stick your nose into things that don't concern you.
Sounds honest to me.
I'm not finished. If I do that for you, I let you onto our turf to conduct your little affairs, you'll be indebted to me, and I guarantee that I always collect on what I'm owed. Think about it. I help you, you'll owe me a favor in return. Do you accept?
I don't think I'm ready to pay the price.
As you wish. But I think you'll be back.
Oh, sorry. I can sneak in if I get them a drink. Problem is, though, can I get them a drink? Now the cat's most likely allowed to get a drink. If not, then I'll have to take up an offer. Yeah, so every action you do does have consequences.
You again.
Let's say I want to buy a bottle from you.
Let's say I don't want to sell you one.
Oh, come on.
Can I just let me get
Because
one?
of a little tusk.
Drinking it here, anything else?
Okay.
That'll be all for now.
Fine then.
Hey, Mitchell. A drink for our new friend.
See,
I think
she's
it's time
letting me
to
get a
talk
drink.
business.
I need to get into the Hawkins warehouse.
You're out of luck. It's on my turf.
It is precisely for that reason that I come to see you.
Are you pulling my leg?
Exactly. What did happen when... Is it, I didn't do anything at all. Like, it was...
Think it over.
Then
I've seen what you're capable
the cutscene.
You almost got me.
I accept the compliment. Well, I see you're serious. To be honest, as long as it doesn't interfere with my business, I don't care. But I'll go with you. To make sure you don't stick your nose into things that don't concern you.
Sounds honest to me.
So maybe
I'm
I
not
can use
finished.
them next time.
If I do that for you, if I let you onto our turf to conduct your
I
local
need to get into the
affairs,
warehouse.
you'll be indebted
When
to
she's
me.
not here.
And I guarantee that I always collect on what I'm owed.
She's going to start my
Think
investigation,
about it.
so
I
let's
hope
come back.
you'll owe me a favor in return. Do you accept?
Fine. Well,
Do I have a
yes.
choice?
Oh, we always have one, detective.
No,
Follow me.
otherwise we're gonna
You've got no problem going out looking like that.
How sweet of you to worry about my authority. I wouldn't be here if I was the sort of girl who'd hide away because of a black eye. People here know who they're dealing with. They watch their step.
I was given to believe that Fitzroy stood up to you.
That dope tried to save face in front of his sailors. They revere their brave captain as they do their old statues. But sooner or later, all statues get buried in bird shit. And nobody cares.
And the police? They do nothing to stop you?
The local cops? The cops drink like everyone else, sweetheart. They know where their interests lie. Apart from that pig-headed Bradley. I don't know whether to admire his stubbornness or to have pity on him.
Okay. Fair enough. And she's done talking, so... Okay. So next time I come back I can use the drunk people to get... Hold on. If I can stop buying alcohol again. Right, so yeah, there's a window there. Broken ladder here.
Be a gentleman and move that for me.
Driving to visit anyone hadn't, but... Yeah, I probably would have failed anyway because...
That's
no,
how it's
because
done.
it was up there.
Do I still need to hold your hand? Or do you think you'll get by on your own now?
Don't overdo it.
Good. In that case, I'll leave you. I've done enough mothering for now.
Ugh, this place stinks.
Right, 1 CP, I'm going to put it in... No, back, I don't want that one investigation. About it, yes, because I want the packs.
What is the connection between this place and the Sarah Hawkins case?
To enter reconstruction. Everything up here. Fuck, that's right.
It smells as bad as it looks. Can't sleep. I know how that feels. The glass is shattered, like someone smashed it. Was it before or after the removal of these bandages? The petite Parisian. Who might keep a news clipping about Sarah Hawkins? Is this one of Sarah Hawkins' paintings?
So Sarah tried to save us. Is that Sarah?
Who has enough money to buy painkillers but stays in a place like this?
It apologizes very briefly. I can't enter that any time. It's only random times.
Someone has settled in here.
And whoever it is has something to tell me about the Hawkins case. Anyone in there? You! Don't move! The Hawkins case has been wound up. Let the dead rest in peace.
You seem like a competent officer. We should help each other.
You're trying to manipulate me, Mr. Pierce. I hate to be taken for...
I feel everything.
All right, Inspector Lestrade. Take a more direct approach. Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it. It was in Hawkins' mansion when we came to investigate the fire.
So you confirm that it was removed from the crime scene? Interesting. I'd like to go and see the mansion now.
Of course. You want to go back along his trail? I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on. My car's parked down the way. Andrews, would you please shut the door? And open your eyes, damn it. This guy went right down to your nose. God damn it. Her again. This case has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Why you?
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to whiten it.
Looks like you've met your match, Baker. I'd like to see that more often.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
Get this jackass out of here before I stroke his other cheek. But we'll meet again.
Is it far, this mansion?
Look behind you, at the top of the ridge. You see the building? That's the Hawkins mansion. Come on, we got some driving to do.
Hello. Okay, so Pierce managed to get into the warehouse. The place thought to be abandoned. Revealed some surprises. It sounds the recent occupation as well as partly child painting. Interrupting his session by Officer Bradley, Pierce convinced him to join his investigation. The police officer was willing to drive the detective to the Hawkins mansion. I guess I didn't fail that one. I thought I did.
Well, here we are, Hawkins Mansion.
I did not know.
The place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
Yes, on that note, I will stop the stream here, and we'll carry this on tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Tomorrow's Tuesday, so yeah, that's fine.